The first thing that helped me overcome negative self-talk is surrendering to God. And not just surrendering the right way. Envision being blindfolded, brought to the edge of a cliff and told to jump, and that a miraculous, invisible parachute would come out and save you from certain demise. Let's be honest, even the thought of that is intimidating. Well, that's how I've always envisioned surrendering to God. So when a song, scripture, or sermon would come up about surrender, it was directly and immediately associated with anxiety. I've always tried to surrender to God with a free-fall mentality, standing on that high ledge, turning my back to the open space, and just falling back, hoping He'll catch me. I can't think of a more traumatic way to surrender to God. That's why it has never stuck. I'd surrender, then pick old habits back up and find myself leaning, again, on my own understanding and capabilities, which also induces fear and anxiety. However, this time of surrender is different. I actually believe it to be the intended method of surrender. It is less of a scary free fall and more of a hand-in-hand journey through His track record, an awareness of His promises, and a calm, peaceful acceptance of His earned place in my life as leader and Lord. Surrender isn't just a bottomless, baseless void. Instead, it's a conscious decision based on real life evidence. Surrender looks different this go-round. It's remembering how God kept me safe as my car swirled out of control on ice. It's remembering how God has comforted me in times of loss or disappointment. It's remembering how God has blessed me financially in an assortment of hopeless financial situations. I'm reminded that if I were the only person on earth, He still sent Jesus to reconcile my relationship with Him. True surrender is a road paved with concrete evidence of His faithfulness, therefore making it less scary and more doable. In my humanity, I still don't always surrender perfectly, but surrendering in this way, the better way, through remembering God's goodness, is a direct attack on Satan's evil suggestions by way of negative self-talk. After all, if you're squarely focused on God's faithfulness, there's not a whole lot of mental space for the enemy's suggestions. Start building your arsenal of testimonies of what God has done in your life. Then you too will have substantial and personal proof that shows He's worthy of your surrender. Consider Revelations 12:11, and they overcame Him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Extra heavy on the power of your testimonies. When you surrender to God the right way, you take your first step towards overcoming negative self-talk.